Good evening, everybody. I'm Jerry Willis. Today is D-Day for some state budgets. One budget years comes to an end and a new one begins at midnight tonight. And while most states across the country have not been able to balance their budgets, earlier this week we told you how 4 of them, Arkansas, Alaska, North Dakota, and Montana, do expect to be in the black. So it's spender and defender time. Tonight's taxpayer defender is Mike Beebe, the governor of Arkansas. Governor, welcome. Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you, Jerry.
Now, you have had an interesting strategy in terms of making that budget work for your state. You've actually cut the budget twice. How did you convince your legislature to do it? I know you have to balance your budget, but that can be a tough argument.
Well, we have a unique system in Arkansas that can be both good and bad. I happen to think it's good. Once the legislature sets the budget, the governor really has the responsibility to be able to raise or lower the spending of money so that I don't have to go back to the legislature. I can cut the budget and have. Now, the bad news is if I don't do it right, it's all my fault.
So you have ultimate responsibility. You are definitely the chief executive of Arkansas. What I thought was interesting is that you managed to make these cuts without cutting employees, without cutting the payroll, and without cutting services either, which is kind of shocking. How'd you manage to pull that off?
Well, it's a combination of things. First of all, we did it incrementally. We didn't wait till the 11th hour so that people could adjust. Secondly, even though we haven't fired people, they're not getting any raises. So we've stopped any increases.
Holding the line.
But we have managed to be able to let folks keep their jobs. And then with regard to essential services, you know, our top priority is going to be education, and a very close second is economic development. And even though we've lost our share of jobs like the rest of the country, indeed like the rest of the world, we've created about 25,000
I want to get to that in just a second,
jobs.
Governor, but before we get off, I still have another question for you on the money side of this, because people all over this country want to know how states can make their budgets work, and you're actually in that enviable position. It's not all easy peasy, though. You actually had to raid a rainy day fund. You had to find money in secret places. How did you do that?
Well, we have a relatively small rainy day fund. You know, we were dealing with something akin to a $4.5 billion general revenue budget, a total of a $22 billion budget, and our rainy day fund was very small, down in the $60 million range, so $40 million range actually. So we didn't have a lot of rainy day money to be able to plug in there, but I was able, they gave me the authority, and this is something that's unusual, this was new, they gave me the authority to plug it into critical areas, such as making sure we didn't release prisoners, violent criminals from prison.
Well, that sounds smart. Okay, let's get to that jobs issue, because you enjoy a jobless rate of 7.7%, 2 full percentage points below the national rate. That is fantastic. Are you growing the job base? Are you having new employers come in, or existing employers hire more people?
It's both. We've actually seen expansion of existing businesses, and we've also been very aggressive in trying to recruit new businesses, and not just new businesses of American companies, although that certainly is a priority. We've had a lot of foreign investment. We've had a lot of European and Asian companies come to Arkansas and actually initiate manufacturing.
Well, you know, I've been to Little Rock, and you know, that's a lovely town, but you've also got a lot of big companies there. I mean, you know, silly me, I was surprised by the names there. Give us some names of some companies you brought in the front door over the last couple of years.
We brought Wellspun in, which is an Indian company that makes large pipes. LM Glass Fiber, a Danish company that makes windmill blades. Caterpillar is actually locating, they're constructing currently and will be in production before long. They're going to make all of the road graders right here in Arkansas. Hewlett-Packard, high-tech with very highly educated workforce, 1,200 employees right here. So, I mean, it's been a variety of things.
Quick question, Governor. Why are the foreign companies so interested in relocating to Arizona, but also just the U.S.? Is there
Arkansas, not Arizona.
Oh, my apologies.
It's okay.
My apologies. They all start with A.
Well, I think to a large extent, a lot of the European companies have seen a developing market in North America, not just in the United States, but in Canada as well. And as a result of that, they want to provide manufacturing closer to these expanding markets, particularly in the alternative energy area, such as wind energy and the wind energy manufacturing components.
Right.
But with regard to Arkansas, we're centrally located. We do have a very aggressive strategy that includes some incentives to try to attract these folks.
Appreciate it,
and we have
sir.
a great work ethic.
Right. Well, we appreciate your time. Arkansas Governor Beebe, thank you so much. I hope you come back.
Thank you.